All right, greetings and salutations again, and welcome back to this other segment here. I'm going to have some fun in this part of the show because we have a little youngster here and his father. And youngster is already being seen as people saying he's the little young Jamaican Messi. I don't want it to get all up in his head, but I've seen some of the videos of him, and we're talking about amazing talent here. But we'll allow them to do the talking. Remind me your name, Burkett?
Brian Burkett.
Brian Burkett.
Yes.
Good youngster in a Manchester United shirt and thing. And Daddy, remind me of your name again.
Albert Burkett.
Albert Burkett. All right, people will wonder, what are we talking about? I'll allow you to set the stage. I know that they were in a competition organized by Flo, and he won a trip to Manchester United. But tell us about the competition and what he did to become a winner.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Higgins, and thank you very much for having us here. And good afternoon to the public.
Yeah.
It's the second year in running. It's a competition that is put on by Flo and joint with Manchester United. It's a competition for this year. It was one where they asked each clubs in Kasafa and around to send 5 of their best players, or 6. Mm-hmm. He was voted the top performer in Jamaica, and hence you would have competed with the top 2 from each Caribbean country, and again he was voted in the region as the top performer. Right. The present or the prize for that would have been a trip to Manchester United to watch the last fixture, which was against Manchester United versus Watford.
Right. All right, so let us meet young Brian Burkett now. How long have you been playing football?
From I was 3 years old.
You were 3? You can remember?
Yes.
Who introduced you to the game?
My father.
Yeah? You could play football, Daddy?
You
don't look like a baller to me. You can't help yourself. And when you heard that you were going to be a part of this challenge with other youngsters your age, how did that make you feel? Eh?
At first, I felt nervous, but when I get to know more people, get familiar with them, I feel more at home, more comfortable.
Okay. What did they ask you to do during those training stints?
They were looking for people with talent, people who could really play the game. They have the technical ability, strength, speed, and the brain part of the game.
Why, you sound like a very bright youngster, though. So what can you remember the actual first training session? Did they organize a game, or it was just about skills, dribbling and passing and so on?
Well, the first day was about like getting familiar with the rest of the players from the Caribbean, to know more about them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then what happened on the second day?
The second day, it was more about drills, more getting like points and other stuff to like be on top.
Okay. So while that thing was going on and you were looking at the other youngsters, were you telling yourself, no man, I'm better than these? Did you know that? Did you feel confident that you'd be the one chosen?
I felt a little bit confident because I had a challenger who is from Trinidad, and it's his hometown, so he felt comfortable knowing that he's at home, he has the support. So I thought he was going to win at the time, and then when I heard my name called, I went up, I was surprised.
You were surprised? Ah, boy. And then now you heard that you were going to go to Manchester United. Take plane and all that kind of thing.
Yes.
You're on a foreign.
Yes.
How did that make you feel?
I felt very good because all my hard work from the years,
You call it hard work?
Hard work.
No
Really
10-year-old work hard. You're all having fun at that stage. But I know what you mean.
All my hard work has paid off, and that showed that I still need improvement, but at that moment, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So tell us about you're on the plane now going to Manchester United. Talk to us about that. When you landed in England.
When I landed in England, it was a good feeling. I felt like, yes, I'm here. I'm going to Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I reached in Manchester, I wanted to go to the field first.
What time of the day or night did you land?
We landed in London first.
Yeah. What time was it?
Like in the morning, early in the morning.
Early morning. And you wanted to go to the field straight away?
Yes, sir.
And what happened?
unfortunately, our flight delayed, but we found our way to the hotel.
Yeah.
And then when we went to the hotel, it was like late in the night, so I have to find food and those stuff. Yeah.
He's such
And
a
then
brilliant little boy.
the next morning,
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the field, but we had to wait later in the day to tour the stadium and go in the museum.
Oh, so you actually were in the museum at Old Trafford?
Yes, sir.
And then game time now. I have a call. I'll come to you pretty soon. But talk us through game time now. For example, this picture.
Game time.
Right. So you're now in the stadium.
That was after the game.
Oh, this was after the game. So take us through the actual game now. You were watching Manchester United versus Watford.
Yeah.
What were the impressions created?
The feeling, the whole crowd, they had a lot of chants and they were always clapping, especially because Carrick was leaving. That was his last match of the season.
Yes.
So it was a full stadium. Everyone was encouraging the team, giving their full support because it's the last match of the season.
Yes.
It's a good match, especially when the player that I look up to scored.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Daddy, you have a gem on your hands. He's an
work in
absolute
progress.
gem. This is the first time I'm actually talking to the youngster, but I've known about him, and I'm saying he must have some talent. But he speaks absolutely well. You have ever been on TV before like this?
Once.
Only once. And he's not even nervous. Daddy, that's you.
Yes.
Boy, Daddy, you know, your bossy Manchester United shirt and thing. Who is this? This is not Sir Alex, is it?
No, it
It's
was
a legend.
one of the legendary players.
Oh, from Manchester United.
Yes.
So who's your favorite player?
Marcus Rashford.
From Manchester. You were a Manchester United supporter before? Or your favorite Manchester United player?
Yes.
Or who is your favorite world player?
Neymar.
Neymar.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because he has a lot of flair, and I like flair players who like dribble. They draw a lot of pressure to them, so the teammate can be free, so it's easier for their teammate to score.
Oh, but I hear people call you Little Messi and not Little Neymar.
Some people call me Little Messi because I'm short.
You're a left-footed player too?
Yes.
Yeah, you're one left player too?
Yes.
Daddy, how do you deal with such a precocious talent in terms of school? Well, clearly based on our hearing him sound, he shouldn't have any problems with school. But how do you ensure he keeps the balance?
You just have to be an effective parent, you know.
Yeah.
You have to just, because it is just 12, so you have to be and a lot of praises to my wife.
Yes.
You know, not just me, we have to be there to help him to manage his time, because like I am also a coach.
Oh.
So it makes things a little bit easier. So I pick him up from school and we would go home, him rest a little bit, then we would go and train, and then him come home, relax a little bit, then we do schoolwork, him eat something, and then him go to bed. And that is pretty much a lifestyle. So if he comes home, even when doing GSAT, when he came home from GSAT exam, he said that I wanted to train.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not something like force. It's more. It has become a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because
Which high school is he?
St. George's.
Oh, is that St. George's?
And Bert is his coach at St. George's, and also he trains at Ballers.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to become a professional footballer? I mean, maybe that's an unnecessary question for a 12-year-old you to go up at Manchester United at this early stage.
Yes, I would like to be a professional footballer, not only a professional footballer, but a great professional footballer who set history for Jamaica.
I wonder if I was like this at 12 years old. This is give me that shot again, Matt. This is a shot with Captain Horace Burrell. You must have been about 4 or 5 here. Talk to me about this occasion.
Well, at that age, I wasn't familiar with that person. I didn't know.
You didn't know who he was?
No.
Poor soul. That is the former JFF president. So, Captain, explain this picture, Daddy.
It was the first grassroots. I can remember it was the first grassroots program that was held in Jamaica. I think it was at Sabina Park. You know, if you notice the clippings before, he was, I think, about 4, as I said.
Yeah.
You know, and I asked Captain for a shot.
Oh.
Yeah, and he gave me that picture.
Boy, I did frame this one. What is it that you think? What are the strengths of your game at 12 years old? What do you do very well on a football field at the typical 12-year-old would not necessarily be as good at?
Right now, at this age, my technical ability, my brain part, I'm a leader, so I instruct and help my teammates, and I encourage my teammate.
Your technical ability. Listen to the language, people. This you going to be a coach one day, or maybe a journalist. What are your weaknesses? What are the things that you think you still have to improve on?
Like when my team is under pressure, sometimes I'm overworking myself. So I finish my part of my game, and say the ball is on the left side of the pitch, so I leave from the center to help my teammate, and then the ball switch back to the middle, so I have to switch back and run back to the middle. So I'm doing two workouts, two rows at one time.
Right. What position do you play?
Attacking midfield.
Attacking midfield. Was that a role that you helped him out with that as a coach, or he just naturally gravitated?
I think him naturally find himself in that. I think him still trying to discover. I see him more, I would say he's more attacking than defending, instead of limit him now to any specific position, because it's good as a player if you learn to play all the positions attacking, all the positions in general, but as you grow older, you want your vision and your function to be skewed to specific position. So I teach him now, for example, to learn to play the left, the right, and the center.
Did he get money to go to Manchester United?
No, not like spending money, yes, but no.
I hope you didn't spend the money. I hope you got what? You spend the money for yourself? Too young, eh?
When I got the money, my father shared it even between me and him. So I bought the next season away kit for myself, the full kit. Socks.
What is that?
The next season away kit. The full Manchester United kit. And
you actually bought Manchester United next kit for next season?
Yes.
You have that at your house?
Yes.
Jeez and peace.
And my father bought a jersey for my little brother.
Wonderful.
And he bought some tie pins and some other Manchester United.
So when you roll out as a 12-year-old boy next year in a Manchester United outfit, nobody can talk to you. You'll be famous up at Georgia. Hope it doesn't get to your head, young man, though. You hear?
Yes, sir.
How much football do you watch outside of playing? You watch a lot of television football?
Every day.
Every day? Who's your favorite World Cup team?
Brazil.
Why?
Because from ever since I like the playing style of Brazil. They give their attacking players a lot of freedom to express themselves.
Oh my God. I want to be 12 years old again. Daddy, where you find this youngster from?
He's a gift from God, I'll big up and praises to God, because people might. I remember the days when, in fact, before he was born, I asked God, say, God, I want a gift, and I want my son to be able to play ball. So
you pray to God about that?
Yeah, man. So I started reading, and they said the Brazilian philosophy is that you buy a ball for the first gift, and you talk to the child while he was in the womb. So I did that. I remember friends would laugh at me at the field and say that, no, the young youth,
you know
man.
what I'm going to do next? If nobody gets pregnant for me, I'm going to beg God, I want a millionaire. And get a bank book and rub it on the womb or something.
No, man. Seriously, Orville. All right. A quick story.
Yeah.
He was the youngest child who was chosen when the Valencia came here at age 7 to be part of their setup. Yeah. Which it didn't materialize. And then Barcelona came here. Mm-hmm. And again, he was among, you had like national under 17 players. Mm-hmm. And they chose him. No, this is foreign coaches.
Right.
They chose him as the top performer. And now that you have Manu come here, and it's the same. So him clearly have quality. For example, his record for juggling the ball, just juggling, and Malika Varanda. Him juggled 2,640.
Did he bring a ball with him? No?
I don't have it here.
I tell you what I'm going to do. We are going to film me and him one-on-one one of these days. And if him better than me, him bad. All right, people? We take a call. We have one call that we must take. Kendrick, how you do?
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm good.
Why, Kendrick, this not normal. Great youngster to talk to. What say you?
Yes, definitely. Mr. Burkett.
Yes, sir.
Yes, greetings. This is your former teammate, Kendrick Picknight.
How are you doing, sir?
Yes, greetings. Yo, big up yourself, Brian.
Yeah, thank
Yo,
you.
Orville Higgins, I want to tell you that the story that he told just now about us laughing at him. I was a former teammate of his father at UTech.
Yes.
And what he said is the absolute truth. This man trusted God to give him this gift that is sitting there in between you both.
Hallelujah.
And this man was talking about football. I remember he told me this one thing. Burkett, I don't remember this. He told me that you give him an assignment when he was about 4 years old. I'm like, Burkett, you're mad. Load the youth. He gave him an assignment to do research on quality players. I'm like, he's too young. Leave the youth. And he said, no, he wants to do it. And he takes it and he does quality reports. And I was like looking at Burkett as if he's crazy.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I have an 8-year-old now. As a matter of fact, I have a set of 8-year-old twins who play.
Yeah.
And I said, trust me, if I was as diligent as Burkett was with his son, who knows? And this is an example. He's an example to me.
Okay.
That young man there, Brian, he used to come to the field when we were training. You remember Burkett used to come to the field and play. And he showed so much quality, and he's so fearless.
Yes.
I mean, as small as he was, he wants to play with us big guys.
Great.
You know,
Always
big
a
men.
good sign, you know. Always a good sign.
Always a good sign. And there's a story that I would love to share with you quickly about how much this young man has quality. Brian, remember, I was playing a football match down at St. George's. I was playing, I think it's either Super League or Business House, I don't remember. But I was playing in goal. And I got the ball and I started to take on the striker like I want to block him. And this little man was waiting to train with St. George's. And he came to the side and he said, Picknight, what are you doing? You're in the final third, the defensive third, and you're taking risks. This is an area of the field that you do not take risks.
He was saying that to you?
He was about 7 or 8, and he said that to me. And I looked at him and I'm like, this youth is absolutely right.
Henry, you should be ashamed of yourself. You said me role I teach you about ball.
I was ashamed of myself, but trust me, I know that's the quality. That's the way this man thinks the ball. He doesn't just play the ball, and like that, he thinks it.
All right.
And I know that he has a bright future.
We have to leave it there because we have to wrap up soon.
Do you think so, man?
Yeah, man, respect. Do you play any other sport? Are you interested in any other sport, or is just football for you?
I would say track and field.
Yeah, what do you do in track?
Like,
Can run?
Yeah.
So if there was no football, what do you want to be when you grow up? If you know, outside of football, if you had to choose another profession,
I would do track and field. I'll be an athlete.
but you still want to do something in sports.
Yes.
Daddy, how do you channel him now from here on? People say overseas is the way to go.
I don't think, for me personally, everybody have their formula for what work. He's still a child for me. Yes, I definitely want him to go overseas when the time is right, and I don't think the time is right, and I think that there's a lot more that we can teach him here because there are quality coaches here.
Right.
Yeah, a lot more. That it don't make sense. You push him. If you look at him, is to be a complete player or a high quality player. There are a number of things that you have to have. Like you have to be strong. You have to be fast.
Right.
So yes, his technical ability might be 17, 18, but he's still a little youth.
Yeah. Still
I don't want to push him ahead. Yes, I want him to go, and I know someday he will go, but I think maybe like about 15, 16 would be the ideal time for him to go.
Young Brian Burkett, big up yourself, sir.
Thank you.
And when you get rich and famous, remember that I gave you one of your first television interviews.
Yes, sir. I will.
And you said Brazil. You said Brazil is your World Cup team not going to win.
Yes, sir.
And you're one of those young ballers who want to play for Jamaica, or you want to play for our next country.
I'd like to set history for Jamaica and bring them back to the World Cup.
All right. And you think Ronaldo better than Messi, or Messi better than Ronaldo?
I said at the moment Ronaldo is better, but Messi, he's better in like technically.
Yeah.
But overall, Ronaldo, he has the leadership qualities. He's fast. He's just like better than Messi at this moment.
All right. If you feel to become a footballer, check me. I could get a work as a sports analyst for you. Daddy, big up yourself, sir.
Yeah, man.
Well done for bringing
man.
and take care of the youngster. Take care of him. Good shot. All right, when we come back from the break, we'll talk some cricket. The West Indies selectors, they have named a crazy squad for the Sri Lankan test. And we also have a little World Cup feature coming for you as well. Stay tuned. Orville Higgins live right after the break.